This is Alex. Just a few years ago, Alex was absolutely exhausted. Every morning, he'd wake up, chug coffee, and run as fast as he could in what felt like a giant rusty wheel, the rat race. He was working 50 hours a week, but no matter how hard he ran, he never seemed to get anywhere. Have you ever felt like you're working just to pay for the gas that gets you to work? That was Alex. He was living for the weekend, but even his Saturdays were clouded by the looming shadow of Monday morning. He was trades his most precious asset, his time, for a paycheck that disappeared into thin air by the 15th of the month. See, Alex had a hidden partner, and it wasn't a silent one. It was the debt monster. This monster didn't just want a piece of Alex's paycheck. It wanted his freedom. High-interest credit cards from impulsive late-night shopping, a car loan that felt like a ball and chain for a vehicle he didn't even like anymore. Alex felt trapped, suffocated, and honestly, pretty hopeless. He thought this was just normal life. He thought everyone lived this way, perpetually one flat tire away from a financial heart attack. But one Tuesday night, everything changed. Alex sat at his kitchen table, surrounded by crumpled envelopes and red ink notices. He realized that if he kept doing what he'd always done, he'd always get what he always got: tired and broke. That night, Alex did something radical. He decided to fight back, and it all started with one single, glowing dollar and a choice to be different. He stopped guessing and started planning. Alex created the blueprint. He spent 6 hours that night researching, learning the difference between assets and liabilities. He realized he had been collecting liabilities while his bosses were collecting assets. It was time to switch sides. Before we see how Alex executed his plan, I want to ask you, what's your biggest financial hurdle right now? Is it credit card debt, a student loan, or just finding the money to start? Be honest. Drop a comment below. Identifying the monster is the first step to beating it, and we are in this together. Step 1. Alex declared war. He cut ruthlessly. He looked at his subscription siphon, those $5 and $10 monthly charges he'd forgotten about. He realized he was paying for a gym he never visited and a streaming service he hadn't opened in months. No more daily expensive coffees that were costing him $1,000 a year. He used his calculator and found $300 a month that he was literally just throwing away. He didn't just save it, he weaponized it. Every extra dollar went straight into killing his smallest debt first. This is called the snowball method. By clearing the small wins, Alex gained the psychological momentum he needed to tackle the big giants. It was a battle. There were nights he wanted to quit. There were days his friends went out for expensive dinners, and he stayed home with a bowl of rice. But finally, that glorious poof moment arrived. Alex paid off his last credit card. He didn't just save money, he bought his life back. For the first time in 10 years, his money belonged to him. Step 2. Alex learned about the eighth wonder of the world: compound interest. He realized that money isn't something you spend. It's a seed you plant. The golden hourglass of time was finally on his side. He stopped thinking in terms of, what can this buy me today? And started thinking, what can this grow into tomorrow? Alex wasn't trying to time the market or get lucky with the latest meme stock or get-rich-quick scheme. He was playing the long game. He understood the math of the wealthy. He realized that if he invested $500 every month at an 8% return, he'd have nearly $750,000 in 30 years. But here's the kicker Alex discovered. Waiting just 10 years more, staying the course for 40 years, made that number jump to 1.6 million. The last 10 years did more work than the first 30 combined. That is the power of patience. Alex became obsessed with wealth knowledge. He wasn't guessing anymore. He was studying. He wanted a strategy so simple, So effective, he called it the lazy way to win. He realized that most professional fund managers actually fail to beat the market. So Alex decided he wouldn't try to beat the market. He would be the market. That strategy? Index funds. Instead of trying to pick the next big stock, which is basically gambling, Alex bought the whole basket. He became a tiny owner of the top 500 companies in the world all at once. When one company struggled, another flourished. His risk was diversified, and his growth was steady. He wasn't betting on a single horse. He was betting on the entire track. He set his investments on autopilot. Every time he got paid, the money moved before he could even touch it. This is the set it and forget it phase. He launched his financial freedom rocket and went back to living his life, focusing on his health, his hobbies, and his happiness, while his money worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with no breaks. Alex's journey took time and consistency. Where are you on your journey? Are you still in the rat race, fighting the monster, or are you ready to launch your rocket? Let me know your current phase in the comments. We can all learn from each other's progress. Fast forward. Because Alex trusted the system, the $2 million treasure chest was no longer a fantasy. The exponential growth line on his blueprint had done its job. The lazy strategy worked perfectly because Alex had the one thing most people lack: the discipline to wait. This is Alex today. The stress is gone. The debt monster is a distant memory, a ghost of his past. Alex is free. Free to work because he wants to, not because he has to. Free to travel. Free to spend time with family. Free to be the master of his own time. Alex's story proves that financial freedom isn't for geniuses or lottery winners. It's for action takers. You can defeat your debt monster. You can learn the knowledge. You can execute the lazy strategy. The only question is, will you start today? If you're ready to kill your debt monster and build lasting wealth, please smash that like button so we can help more people. Subscribe to the channel for the next step-by-step tutorial. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a wealth building tip. And most importantly, share this video with your family and friends. Everyone deserves the blueprint to freedom. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.